Hi everybody, so today I'm transforming myself into Spider-Man and I am starting off with the Marc Beauty Highliner in shade Popular to outline the eye shapes and then draw in the design on the chest. This eyeliner was gifted a while back through Influencer, but I use them all the time to outline my designs because they're waterproof. This design was one of the most difficult ones I've had to do on myself. To make it symmetrical, I really struggled using a mirror and looking down at the design. So really take your time outlining because it makes painting it a lot easier later on. I'm constantly looking down at a reference image I've got loaded on another device to make sure I'm following the design I want to achieve. The first paint I'm going in with is my favourite paints, which are the Mehron Paradise paints. These are water activated and this is in shade black, and I'm filling in that central chest detail of the spider. This is when I realised how difficult this was going to be to get it symmetrical and started to make slight adjustments on the design as I painted. I'm just using a paintbrush from the range, which is a UK craft store, and they do homeware and everything, but this is from the craft section and they're basically just normal paintbrushes, but they're really soft, so perfect for this kind of thing. So next I'm going on to some of the legs and I'm making sure I leave a gap between the spider body and the legs because there's going to have to be an accent colour popped in between there. And here I'm using a baby wipe or a makeup remover wipe just to tidy the lines to make sure they're at the correct angles so they match either side. As you can see on my face, I'm getting really frustrated already. Now I'm going in with a long liner brush, which is a really fine detail brush, and I'm using the Snazaroo water activated paint in gold. This is one of their metallic paints. It's a lot more watery than the Mehron paint and it also cracks if you layer up too much. We also have to layer it to get the colour payoff, so it's quite a difficult product to work with. It's definitely going to be like a paint that I soon replace once I decide which metallic paint brand is going to be a better option for my kit. So all that little gap I left down the side of the spider's body is going gold to outline. And I'm referring to that reference image all the time to make sure I'm getting the design as correct as I possibly can. I'm going back in with the black here just to make sure the lines are as straight as I can get them. To do a design over the collarbone, you want to try and flatten it if yours stick out like mine do. This is just so you don't get a bump in your line. And then what I've done next is gone back in with the black and painted in the extended leg that goes into the chevron on the arms, and then outlined that with the gold as well. And then I did this, outlined the opposite side back in with that Highliner pencil from Marc Jacobs, and filled in the design with the paint. I tried my best to match both sides. Starting off with the black as usual, I am filling in those legs, and then I'm measuring where the points roughly should be to match up. My designs often go through a stage of looking extremely messy and like they're never going to look okay, and I go back in and tidy them up with other colours or outline colours, or I go in with a baby wipe or face wipe to correct them. It is a process of trial and error. So I'm going in on the back of the arm where the tricep is now to try and get some detail for photos on the back of the chevron. I'm going in now with a quarter sized brush to go in with the gold outline. This is a straight edge, so I thought this may be easier to outline with than the previous long liner brush, but it didn't make that much of a difference. As you can see, I've got a bit of streaky paint going on because I had to overlay it slightly with the black to make the lines about the same width as the other side. It did, however, make the chevrons much easier to paint using a bigger brush. That gold gets tidied up so that it looks neat with the black paint. I'm tidying back up the lines on my chest with the black paint, and now it's just about symmetrical, so I'm just hoping that it all ends up matching. I'm adding the line with the black paint for the shoulder detailing through the chevrons to make it more 3D, and I'm outlining the bottom of the chevron too. These chevrons are 3D on the suit, they are layered pieces of metal. And then I've gone in with the black paint to outline the eye shape and detailing. The suit I am creating is from Endgame. So it's very similar to Iron Man's composition of suit. And now for the best bit, using a large craft brush. This is an acrylic paintbrush actually, but it's ultra soft. Again, this is from a multi-pack from the range. I'm going in with the Mehron Paradise Paint in red, and I'm starting off with the face. Ensuring I don't go over the black lines, and brushing it into the hairline. Don't forget the ears. So we fast forwarded quite a bit because there was a whole lot of red to paint, and I've painted all around the chevrons, finished the outlines on the suit, and then I am going in with another long liner brush. This one I think is the Mehron brush, and I'm filling in the web detailing on the chest and neck area. I did not get this perfect by any means, but it looked good enough at the end for me not to get too frustrated. Then I'm going in with that same brush and the black paint and adding more detailing to the shoulder area, and then I'm adding in the face detailing, starting off with the straight lines first before adding in the web effect. After this, I filled in the eyes with the white paint from Mehron. I did the added details on the arms, and then I used eyeshadows to create shadows in the web design. These shadows were from the Carnival palette. I used a red and a purple shade to create the shadows, and then I went in with the Mehron white paint to add highlights and used my finger to blend them out. Here's me filling in the eye detail, and this is the finished look. As you can see, I used the shadows to create a 3D effect and then added in the highlights to the metal. If you like this video, make sure you subscribe to my channel, check out my other Avengers series and give it a thumbs up. Thank you, and I'll see you again soon.